So 319 has some salvage missions and they are very profitable, and it doesn't involve actually removing guns and components, and it doesn't involve scraping hull off these ships. So you have 3 new kind of mission groups, I'm going to say. They all pretty much involve getting a location, going there and salvaging them. There are some differences. The legal ones usually are around the rest stop areas. It'll give you a location, you'll go there and you can spend how long you want salvaging that ship, scraping the hull, removing the guns, whatever you want to do. Then there are ones in the personal. There's similar to the ones at the rest stations, but they are timed. So you have a certain amount of time to do it before a ship comes in, and well, he won't be very happy that you're stealing his salvage. And then there's like a really big expensive one, which is about 150k fee, and it's just like big capital ships. It's kind of the same as the first one. You can go there, depending on how long you want salvaging it. It'll be like hammerheads and whatnot, but it is a mission that other people can take, so you might have to fight that location, and it'll be in like dead space. So first we're going to grab one of these missions for the rest stop areas. The first tier is 1,000, and once you have salvaged that and the whole bar goes down, it will complete, and then you'll unlock a higher tier, which will be a 10,000. This is the one we're kind of looking for. There's a higher tier above that, which is 50k, which will be your hammerheads and bigger ships, but we don't actually want that because the upfront cost is kind of too much for what we might find. You may have a problem with completing the 1,000 UEC one, because if you don't have a salvage ship, that's going to be a problem. But I do have a workaround for you. The illegal missions, the ones you have, will be in Yella or Hurston. If you go there, once the timer runs out, enemy vulture will come in. Ideally, you're probably going to want to turn off your engines, your power of your ships, and let him destroy it, because it will keep moving around. Once he's destroyed it, it'll just sit there. EVA over to them, blast open his back door. You'll need a projectile weapon. I was using an AO8. It took about 5 magazines. Once the back door's open, go up, kill him. CG are incredibly sneaky and have left the ship with no fuel, so you will have to fly down to the moon that you're above and refuel. But there you go, you have a vulture. You can go ahead and head to one of the missions at the rest stop locations. Complete that and that'll unlock the 10,000 tier missions. That's going to be very hit and miss, so we're going to grab a couple. The very first one I went to, I actually kind of lucked out. A little lucked out, not huge. We actually found some cargo. Now this is what we want. We want cargo, because there's some really rare cargo. We've got about a couple boxes of drugs here. Not a huge amount, like 40k worth, so that will pay for our 10k, so we made like 30k profit on that. The next couple, some had salvage, and quite common for them to have like one box of salvage and one box of scrap food, processed food. These are not worth anything, they're worthless pretty much. What we're looking for is this one. As you can see, there is a lot of contents in this, and the things that are really worth it are the gasping weevil eggs and the hides. As you can see from my SBK guide here, these were the 2 boxes you want. They were really valuable, and now we get a full 1 SCU, and you're looking at some serious cash. There's loads of other stuff. You get drugs. There's a couple of drugs there, and a couple of types of ore that you can't sell at the moment. I believe it's a permission thing. It's not actually stolen, but it doesn't belong to you, so you can't really sell it. Hopefully they fix that before it goes live. Also, on a side note, that ship I went to get the vulture actually had the same cargo as well. Unfortunately, I didn't bring a cargo ship because I was going there to die, well, let my ship die. And once I captured the vulture, there was loads of NPCs around to do. There was another mission right next door to me, so I ended up getting attacked by them, but it's PTU, it doesn't really matter. But you're going to transfer all these boxes onto your ship, and then you're going to go head off to a illegal contraband terminal. You get these in a couple of the rest stop stations, and usually each planet will have one. So we're heading to Daymar, Brio's Breaker Yard, because it's the one I always go to. It's my favourite, even though it's probably one of the most pirated locations. And as you can see, up to terminal, and you can see right here, we have our gasping weevil eggs, which are 112k per box, and our obsidian hides, which are 220k per box. We'll go ahead and sell this. Obviously you can see a lot of things here that I can't sell. These are the ore and the other types of drugs. And there we go. We made $500,000 easy, just literally by taking boxes of ships. Now obviously there's a cost because I took those missions and some didn't have any, so we have to take off, I think it was 6 missions I took before I found this one. So we have to remove 110k from that, unfortunately. It's still 400k profit, and if you're really dedicated to this, you could do the removing components from ships. Just removing the guns would cover the fee from all these ships. Oops, my bad, just realised after I edited it, it's not 10k, it's 20k for the fee. Doesn't really change anything other than it's a higher upfront cost, but you'll get that back really easily. My bad. Of course, this is P2U. It's an early test build. It's not indicative. I can't even say that word. Indicative of gameplay content on the official live server, as it says at the bottom. So subject to change. They could nerf this. They could buff it by the time it goes live. But if they don't, I'm going to spend a lot of time doing this. I'm a bit of a loot goblin, so going to loot boxes off ships and guns off ships is kind of up my alley. So if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up or thumbs down. Leave a comment, hit subscribe, all that lovely stuff, and I'll see you in the verse.